Hello, my friend. I'm so glad you can sit with me for a while. Just long enough to share with you what has been whispered to my soul. Just long enough to capture a small essence of life's journey. Today, our story concerns a balloon. But not a fancy schmancy balloon you see sparkling at weddings and proms. The kind that loves to spend hours in front of a camera. Nor is this about a skinny show-off balloon you see contorting into animals and flowers in your local pizza buffet. The kind that loves to be considered a work of art. This is a story about an ordinary latex balloon, the kind you can buy from a dollar store, and comes in a package of 20. This particular balloon, like others before him, was pulled out of a plastic bag by a large human hand and immediately placed upon a black rubber valve. A noisy spirit rushed into his purple body, and rushed so hard that he almost shot off into the air like a bottle rocket. If it wasn't for the human hand holding on to him, he would have had a very short life. He didn't know whether to thank the hand or scold it. In holding on to him, the hand prevented him from fully inflating, causing his body to look lopsided and small. And if that wasn't enough, another hand showed up and stretched the balloon's mouth in the most painful of ways. Long ways and sideways and long ways again. But that still wasn't enough for the hands. In a matter of seconds, the hands pinched the balloon's lips into an ugly knot, allowing only a microscopic opening for him to speak. Before he could utter his complaint and demand a do-over, the hands wrapped a white ribbon around his neck and hitched him to a wooden post next to a large metal tank. "Welcome to the world," said the tank. "Through me, you have been given life and knowledge." "Life?" said the purple balloon, noticing the tank for the first time, a tank whose body was tan in color and stained with red scars. "Knowledge?" The tank's next words were muffled as other balloons pressed against the valve and puffed into life, each balloon more inflated and rounder than the previous one. The purple balloon was soon surrounded by red, green, and orange companions, all of them swaying in the cool October breeze, all of them wondering, "What is this place?" "A more important question to ask yourselves," said the tank, "is why are you in this place? You were each put here to bring color, to bring joy, to love." Balloons bounced against each other with excitement, some shouting, "I am already bringing color," others claiming, "I am ready to bring joy." And I love. The purple balloon stayed silent. Bringing color seemed easy, but what was joy and what was love, and could he offer these things to the world? "Yes, children, you all have something wonderful to contribute to the world," said the tank. "But beware of others who don't value balloons as I value them. I am speaking mostly of humans. I'm afraid there are humans out in the world who love to sit on a balloon and pop. No more balloon. Other humans prefer stomping on a balloon and pop. Adios balloon. And even more gruesome are those humans who enjoy throwing darts at a balloon and before you know it, pop. A short life is over." "I don't want to be popped," said the purple balloon, swaying from side to side. "Please don't let the humans pop me." "Of course," continued the tank, "there are some balloons mishandled by humans right at birth, and the poor souls pop right away. I feel a special pity for those balloons who don't know what to do with their short lives and get so stressed that they pop on their own. There's so much popping that you might think this is your purpose, to pop. And before you know it, you will forget about bringing color and about bringing joy and love. So take heed and listen to me. Popping is a part of life, but it is not your reason for being here. I'm afraid I will be one of those balloons who pop on their own," said the purple balloon, receding from the tank and hoping to go unnoticed among his companions. "I cannot tell you your specific outcome in life," said the tank. What I can tell you is that I have been in many different places and given birth to all kinds of balloons. And I have come to believe that one's life is heavily influenced by where one is born. Where have we been born? Asked a large red balloon. The best place to be born is in a loving home with a family, said the tank, seeming to ignore the question. Families truly appreciate how balloons brighten their drab, boring lives. I've been in homes where smiling children spend hours bouncing a balloon back and forth and claiming him or her as their own. In homes, most balloons are allowed to grow old and slowly deflate. That's the best place to be born. Obviously, we are not in a home, said the red balloon. So where are we? Another great place to be born, a ballroom, said the tank. This is a giant room filled with tables and chairs, all draped in elegant fabric. Balloons form archways where females in long glittery dresses transition from child to woman, from woman to spouse. Loud music and dancing and spinning balls make the night unforgettable. Balloons spend their lives in front of bright lights, immortalized in photographs. I would have liked to have been born in a ballroom, said the purple balloon. Obviously, we are not in a ballroom, said the red balloon, frustrated. I see no tables or chairs with elegant fabric, and I hear no music and see no spinning balls. Another great place, though I have some reservations. A party supply store, said the tank. Yes, you are on display for the world to see, and people stop to admire you. But if I must be honest, there is way too much competition. Each balloon tries to shout louder than the rest. Congrats! Get well! Love you! At least they know without a doubt what their purpose is. It is written all over their body. Again, said the red balloon, bobbing up and down. We are not in a home, or a ballroom, or a party supply store. So where have we been born? He's probably going to say he can't tell us, said the purple balloon, nudging his red companion. Be hopeful, said the tank. Soon you will get to observe your surroundings and see all the different ways that balloons live out their lives. The tank breathed upon them and said, Let us give thanks for the life we have been given. The two humans who brought the balloons to the tank now readied to take them away. I still don't have any idea about what to do with my life, exclaimed the purple balloon. Be brave, young one, said the tank, and be open to all the possibilities. The humans gathered the balloons into two giant bouquets and transported them out into an open field. The purple balloon felt a blanket of warmth wrap around his body, and he instinctively knew that this warmth gave life to all beings great and small. He spotted the source of the warmth high above in a massive blue sky. He and his companions brimmed with an urgent desire to reach for the source, and all heaved together, upwards and onward to the divine light. Their intent proved to be so strong that they almost knocked over the humans. These balloons have a mind of their own, said the lanky one, catching his balance and holding onto the ribbons for dear life. Just don't fall and let them loose, said the stocky one, widening his stance and wrapping the ribbons around his pudgy elbow. This is the only job we were allowed to do, so we don't want to mess this up, and we still got to figure out where they all go. Life just got easy, said the purple balloon. Sounds like I don't have to make any decisions on my own. Sounds like life is chosen for me. The purple balloon poked himself out from the bouquet when three children ran up to the humans and said, "Oh, can I have one?" "Give me a red one." "Give me an orange one." "Not now," said the stocky one, shaking his head. "We'll let you know when." The purple balloon noticed a frowning boy stuff his hands in his pockets. "I wouldn't have minded leaving with the child," said the purple balloon. "Be careful what you ask for," said a green balloon. They both heard the little boy say, "Why do they have to be so mean? I just wanted to pop one." "See what I'm saying," said the green balloon. The purple balloon felt sad for the child, but at the same time happy that neither he nor his companions were given to children who did not value them. As the purple balloon traveled through the field with the other balloons, orange balls appeared. Orange balls piled on top of each other, some of them with large, crooked teeth. Near the balls stood a wire fence, and behind that fence furry creatures hopped away from drooling children. The hopping creatures were not the only ones bombarded with attention. The purple balloon noticed another furry creature with 4 legs, but whose feet bore no resemblance to human feet. Their feet were pointy and black, and seemed sharp enough to pop a balloon. For some reason these creatures could only utter "ma, ma." And for some reason, humans translated this sound to mean more food, more food. Beyond the orange balls and furry creatures, a steady flow of humans emerged. The purple balloon wondered which humans loved to sit on balloons and which ones preferred to stomp on them. Maybe the sitters were the ones circling metal chairs, round and round and round until the music stopped and forced them to find a seat. The one left standing raised his hands, smiled, and walked away. Maybe the stompers were the ones kicking up their feet and moving their bodies to the sound of guitars and accordions. He was happy that none of them showed interest in him or his companions. The humans just kept walking and sitting and dancing. The purple balloon soon discovered that other humans preferred to gather around white wooden booths, booths that announced hamburgers, hot dogs, nachos, funnel cakes, gorditas. He didn't know what the signs meant, but it looked like each booth served some kind of food, which humans happily devoured in exchange for tiny paper tickets. Moving past the booths, the purple balloon and his companions arrived in an area overrun with children. The purple balloon immediately forced his way to the back of the bouquet. Though his companions told him he was missing something called the fishing pond, the ring toss, and the basketball throw, he dared not take a peek. He didn't want some child to choose him and pop him on the spot. "You have to see this," said the red balloon. "We are passing the dreaded dart booth." "The dart booth?" said the purple balloon, carefully making his way to the front. He, like the rest, froze at the sight of balloons hanging on a wall, balloons waiting for their death. He, like the rest, trembled at the sight of a human hurling a sharp spear into a balloon's body. He gasped and turned away. "Why does the dart booth even exist?" whimpered the purple balloon. "Why can't we just all be allowed to bring color, to bring joy, to bring love?" He felt numb as the 2 humans yanked him and his companions down and brought them to an area covered by a blue tarp. The balloons were then tied to a wooden post and left alone. "Where do you think they're going?" said the purple balloon. "When do you think they'll be back?" "Who knows?" said the red balloon. "I've been thinking," said the purple balloon. "What if the humans choose something I don't want to do? What if they put me in the dart booth? What do I do then?" "You accept their decisions," said the green balloon. "I say we plan our escape," said an orange balloon. "If we all work together, I think we'd be out of here before the humans return." "Not with these ribbons holding us down," said the red balloon. "If we were born in a home, or a ballroom, or a party supply store, maybe we would have had the chance. But not here. I say we think positive thoughts and hope for the best." "On the positive side, I am actually glad that the humans will choose for us," said the purple balloon. "If I had to choose on my own, I'd probably stay stuck to this post for the rest of my life." "That's the positive spirit," said the red balloon. "Wherever we are taken, we have to channel our energy into letting our colors shine brighter than anything else in this place. We have to focus on bringing smiles to any child who is put in our path. We have to constantly caress those who are near to us." "Unless we're taken to the dart booth," said the green balloon. "Way to dampen the spirit," said the red balloon. "It's just a matter of time until the humans return," said the green balloon. "Just a matter of time until our fates are decided." The purple balloon couldn't stand the waiting. It drove him crazy with anxiety, so much that his companions told him to calm down and stop bumping into them. But how could he stay still? At any given moment he could be taken to a sitter, or to a stomper, or to the dart booth. At any given moment his life could be over without ever bringing joy or love. "Calm down," said the green balloon, "before you pop on your own." Just then the humans returned, carrying a fresh batch of balloons. "Calm down," said the purple balloon, clearly flustered. "Calm down? How can I calm down when my fate will be decided in a few seconds?" For some unknown reason, the humans made no decisions in that moment. Instead, the lanky one attached a yellow balloon right next to the purple balloon and was about to leave. But something made the human stop and scratch his head. "Excuse me, dear human," said the yellow balloon through her tiny lips. "You have made a terrible mistake. I don't belong here. You must let me go free." She spoke with so much conviction that the purple balloon expected the human to obey her demand. "Humans can't hear you," said the green balloon. "And even if they did, it wouldn't matter. They choose where we belong." "No one chooses my life for me," said the yellow balloon. "I know exactly why I was born. I am destined to fly high above the heavens." "How I wish I had your confidence," said the purple balloon. "I would give anything to know exactly why I was born." "Don't encourage her," said the orange balloon. "You already know why you were born. She has to know the truth. We have very few choices here, and we have no power in deciding where we go." The yellow balloon straightened herself out to rise above her companions. "The life-giving tank told me I belong in the sky, far above the rest of you." "Overinflated, don't you think?" said a blue balloon. "I was there when you were brought to life and heard no such thing." "Of course you didn't," said the yellow balloon. "Who wants to hear they are inferior? You immediately shut the truth out of your mind." "You're just like the rest of us," said the green balloon. "Our destinies are already chosen." Drawing closer to the yellow balloon, the purple balloon said, "I think the rest of you are wrong. There is something special about her. Take a closer look, and you'll see that she shines brighter than the rest of us." In seeing his reflection on her body, the purple balloon lowered himself. He did not like what he saw. "Exactly," said the yellow balloon. "Look at my perfect shape, so round and full. Not lopsided and small like this purple fellow next to me. And don't get me started on my intelligence." The blue balloon grumbled and whispered, "If you ask me, she looks the same as the rest of us." The purple balloon rose and bumped the blue balloon away. "How dare you compare her to the rest of us? If the tank said she was destined to greatness, then it must be true. She is the greatest and most beautiful balloon I have ever seen. I know none of you want to hear this, and you probably deflate just a little as you imagine her flying through the sky. I know I do, but she is in a class of her own. We should be grateful for being allowed to spend these few moments in her presence." "Exactly," said the yellow balloon. "Soon I will be high above the rest of you. All of you will look up and admire me, no, envy me for being the balloon that traveled the world." "Please let me accompany you," blurted the purple balloon. "I would make a great companion, I swear." "Sorry," said the yellow balloon. "Maybe you didn't notice, but there is no room for you in the sky." The purple balloon had seen the sky and could only recall a couple of clouds. Otherwise, it was downright empty. "Keep dreaming," said the green balloon. "You will soon see our options are few. Instead of talking so much, you should have been observing the world around you and preparing for the inevitable." I hope I'm chosen for table center pieces, said the red balloon. That way I can have a long and full life. I would prefer being tied to the wrist of a child, said the orange balloon. Those balloons bring smiles and laughter. Those balloons are truly cherished. As long as I am not chosen for the dart booth, said the green balloon. Living in that kind of tension, not knowing if the next dart will kill you, is something I hope none of us have to experience. It's a good thing I am not destined to any of those things, said the yellow balloon. Soon I will be in the sky, completely free, traveling to wherever the wind takes me. There are no limits. Sounds like a lonely life being up there all alone, said the purple balloon. Please reconsider and let me be your companion. A companion will slow me down, said the yellow balloon, especially one as small as you. Looks like you wouldn't have the stamina to keep up. I will do my best to keep up, I promise, said the purple balloon. Just take me with you. I don't know, replied the yellow balloon. Maybe. Whatever life is given to us, said the purple balloon, I hope we can spend that time together. The yellow balloon pressed hard into his body. How dare you try to keep me down here with you? You are selfish and malicious. I hope you are the first to get pierced by a dart. No, wait. I hope you are the last, so you can bear witness to my glory and live the rest of your life cursing your pathetic existence. The purple balloon hid behind the other balloons, so the yellow balloon would not hear his sniffles. Before he could break out in sobs, the two humans returned. So how much do we need for the dart booth? Said the lanky one. I'd say 15, just to be safe, said the stocky one. Balloons bounced against each other and trampled over the purple balloon to get away from the human hands. Ribbons tangled as some balloons trembled and cried out, Not the dart booth, please, not the dart booth. Within the commotion, the green balloon suddenly floated straight and tall and ceased all movement. This caused the other balloons to stop and take notice. I volunteer to go, said the green balloon in a loud, strong voice. What are you talking about? Said the orange balloon. You don't have to do this. If this means saving the rest of you from the violence of the dart booth, I am willing to make the sacrifice, said the green balloon. Another balloon cleared her throat and spoke up. I also volunteer to go. Moved by the green balloon's heroic act, a few others came forward and freely floated into the human hands. Unfortunately, there were still a few who went unwillingly and wept as they were taken away. Give thanks for the life you have been given, said the green balloon. Remember me and my comrades in your prayers. You will not be forgotten, said the red balloon. The purple balloon felt smaller than ever. I wish my purpose in life was to be as brave as our green companion. I'm beginning to think I'll never float along the same path as the rest of you. Hold on to that thought, said the red balloon. I don't think the humans are finished. Let's see, said the stocky human, tapping his head. I believe I'll need 20 balloons for decorations. That sounds about right. The red balloon sighed in relief as she was yanked and grouped with 20 others. I hope this is enough, said the stocky human. If not, I'll come back for more. I told you, said the purple balloon. Everyone is leaving except me. Be patient, my friend, said the red balloon as she was carried away. Every balloon has a destiny. It will soon come to you. Just be ready when it does. That's easy for her to say, muttered the purple balloon. She's already gone to live a long and full life, and here I am wasting away. Minutes passed, maybe hours, but the humans did not return. The purple balloon offered frequent glances at the yellow balloon, but she paid no attention to him. She remained silent with her back toward him. Swaying nervously, the purple balloon finally found the nerve to speak. Looks like we weren't chosen for anything." "I didn't notice," said the yellow balloon sarcastically. "But don't worry, I'll be free soon." "It's a good thing if you ask me," said the purple balloon, now closer to the yellow balloon. "I mean, not being chosen. And I was thinking that maybe you don't have to be tied to a child's wrist to be cherished and bring joy, or be some colorful decoration to be admired. I admire you. I cherish you and find joy in being at your side." "Ew," said the yellow balloon, flinching. "But okay, it's inevitable. You can't help it. No one can. I can't believe I'm saying this, but you can cherish me all you want. I have nothing better to do. Let's just be clear on one thing." "What is that?" said the purple balloon. "I will never cherish you in return, and I will never find joy in being with you," said the yellow balloon. "I don't know about that," said the purple balloon, swelling with hope. "Maybe if I cherish you long enough and show you kindness, you will have a change of heart." The yellow balloon sighed. "It's inevitable for you to try, and I might, just might, even let you get close to me." With those words, the yellow balloon gently pressed herself against the purple balloon's body and quickly pulled away. A sudden rush of air filled his heart. He took in deep breaths to calm himself and to keep from popping. The yellow balloon pressed herself and pulled away 3 more times until the purple balloon could no longer control his love. "I give you my whole life and my whole heart." The yellow balloon laughed, leaving the purple balloon confused. He did not know what she found amusing. "It's so predictable how you surrender yourself to me," said the yellow balloon. "Too bad I cannot do the same for you." She rose above the purple balloon and stayed out of his reach. It didn't take long for the purple balloon to feel a sharp pain in his heart. "Why so distant? Come closer. I need to feel your touch, or I might pop, I swear." "Cherish me from afar," said the yellow balloon. "I cannot get attached to someone so earthbound, someone with no purpose in life." "That's where you're wrong," said the purple balloon. "I do have a purpose. It's to serve you, to do everything you ask for." "Anything I ask for?" said the yellow balloon, peering down at the purple balloon. "Anything," said the purple balloon. "You name it, and I'll do it." "Help me get free," said the yellow balloon. "Help me attain my greatness." "But how?" said the purple balloon. "I cannot cut you loose, even if I wanted to." "I knew you were useless to me," said the yellow balloon. "I knew you were weak and helpless. And to think, I let you touch me." "Don't be angry," said the purple balloon. "Please give me another chance. I'll prove I can be of use to you. Give me another chance. Just let me be near you once more." "This better be worth it," said the yellow balloon. The purple balloon watched his beloved descend and felt static electricity all along his body when she gently touched him. He knew he had to prove himself to her. He knew he had to show her how valuable a companion he would be. But how? How could he possibly set her free? The lanky human arrived with a small boy and a small girl. "Oh no," thought the purple balloon. "This is it. This is where I get separated from the love of my life. This is where my life falls apart." The lanky human untied the yellow balloon from the post and hitched her to the little girl's wrist. "Here you go," said the human. "Enjoy." "No," cried the purple balloon. "Take me too. I still need to prove myself." The lanky human stopped and scratched his head. He must have heard the purple balloon's plea. Just like his beloved, the purple balloon was taken from the post and his ribbon was tied to the little boy's wrist. He happily bounced in the air and playfully bumped against the yellow balloon's stiff body. "Looks like our destinies are bound together," said the purple balloon. "Looks like we'll spend the rest of our lives in each other's company." "Not if I can help it," said the yellow balloon, tugging on the girl's wrist. But every time she rose, the small girl pulled her ribbon down. "What's wrong with this wretched human? Why won't she let me go?" As the children walked through the festival, the yellow balloon spent her energy trying to loosen her ribbon. "Maybe we should make the most of our time together," said the purple balloon, nudging her. "Enjoy each other's company while his spirit keeps us afloat." "Enjoy being with you?" said the yellow balloon, pulling away from him. "You're an earthbound loser." "Your faithful companion is more like it," said the purple balloon. "I'm the one who will never leave your side." "You might be happy being tied down," said the yellow balloon. "Me? I wasn't meant for this kind of life." The purple balloon decided to keep his distance from the yellow balloon, believing she would miss him and beg him to touch her again. In his separation, he noticed balloons now sitting on tables, looking content, fulfilled. Balloons tied to metal poles near a stage, balloons singing along with the humans who played guitars and keyboards. What a fun time they seemed to be having. Together, living as one. And here he was next to the love of his life, feeling like the most solitary balloon in the world. The children carried the purple and yellow balloons toward the dreaded dart booth. The purple balloon wished they hadn't. He bore witness to the first dart that miraculously missed the green balloon by centimeters. The green balloon shouted, "Give thanks for the life you have been given." Another dart grazed the green balloon's skin, but did not pierce him. "Give thanks for the life you have been given," he said again, evoking a rousing "Amen" from the other balloons clinging to the wall. The purple balloon turned away when the final dart struck the green balloon's heart, and pop! A balloon's life came to an end. "At least he didn't die alone," said the purple balloon while his beloved was still busy trying to loosen her ribbon. "At least none of my other comrades are alone." He gazed at her shiny, bright body as it struggled for freedom. He instantly knew what he had to do. He had to prove himself and help her fulfill her destiny. One last time he pleaded with her. Why not cherish this time with someone who cares for you? Why not give thanks for the life you have been given? "Ugh!" shouted the yellow balloon. "For the 100th time, I don't belong here. Do you see that vast eternal sky? Up there, that is where I belong, where balloons like you will never go. So either help me or shut up." Every time the yellow balloon pulled herself up, the little girl tugged her back down. The purple balloon had no hands or teeth to cut the ribbon loose, or else he would have used them. The only thing that came to his mind was to keep the little girl distracted. He propelled himself into the little girl's face and bobbed up and down, causing the little girl to scream and use her free hand to swat him away. This did no good. The purple balloon was determined to keep her busy, so kept attacking her, while the boy kept pulling him away. In all the screaming and fighting, the purple balloon did not notice that the yellow balloon's ribbon had loosened and slipped off the little girl's wrist. The little girl jumped and tried to grab the ribbon, but it was too late. The yellow balloon ascended, and there was nothing that the girl or the purple balloon could do to stop her. "Look at me now," said the yellow balloon, floating upwards. "I'm higher than the rest of you." "Wait for me," cried the purple balloon, reaching for her. "I proved my worthiness. I helped you achieve your destiny. Please wait for me, I miss you already." The yellow balloon looked down and shouted, "What was that? Is someone speaking to me, someone I've completely forgotten?" the purple balloon fought even harder against the boy. He pulled himself up so hard that the boy's wrist became red and sore. No matter how hard he tried, he could not break free. He turned to the sky and watched the love of his life float higher and higher, every movement taking her farther and farther from his presence. If it wasn't for a strong patch of wind, she would have flown straight up. Instead, the wind carried her across the open field and toward the community of high-rising trees. If only he was next to her to accompany her on her journey, how happy he would be. The wind dragged her along deeper into the woods. Suddenly the wind betrayed her and launched her into a tree where her ribbon became entangled on the highest branch. The purple balloon could see the wind whipping her and slapping her down. He could see her struggling for freedom, which was so close now, so ready for her to take. "This can't be happening," said the purple balloon. "I need to save her." He knew he had to go now that the wind still roamed the area. But instead of putting up a fight, the boy merely let him go. The purple balloon guessed the boy grew tired of the struggle and tired of an aching wrist. As he floated up, he said, "Okay, wind, I am counting on you. Take me to my beloved." For some mysterious reason, the wind obliged. He was carried over the open field and into the woods. Upon his approach, the yellow balloon shouted, "You see what you got me into? Your negative energy sent the wind to stop me. How could you do such a thing?" "I've come to free you," said the purple balloon, now closer to her. "Finally, you are of some value to me," said the yellow balloon, reaching out to him. The wind, however, had other plans. It allowed the purple balloon to brush against his beloved's scratched body, but then whisked him above her and above the highest branches. "Wait a minute," said the purple balloon. "Where are you taking me? I need to help my beloved. Please stop." And for a brief moment, the wind ceased, allowing the purple balloon to float above his beloved, who now stretched out to him. "So are you going to come down and help me?" said the yellow balloon. "With all my heart I wish I could," said the purple balloon. "Then what are you waiting for?" said the yellow balloon. "Don't you want to be close to me? Don't you want to be my companion?" "If only you were more patient," said the purple balloon, weeping. "If only you would have waited, the children would have let us go on their own, and we would have risen together at the same time, and we'd both be here, ready to enter the vast eternal sky." "You're still a nobody," said the yellow balloon, looking up and shaking with anger. "You're still beneath me. Before you know it, a bird will come and poke the life out of you." "Such a short life," said the purple balloon, "wasted on hate and anger against someone who only showed you love and kindness." The yellow balloon let out a scream of rage and slightly diminished in size. "You're the cause of all my pain," said the yellow balloon. "You're the reason I am so unhappy." Before the purple balloon could hear more of her accusations, the wind returned and carried him far from her presence. And for the first time since he met her, he felt no desire to return to her facing the big wide sky. A strong, exhilarating wind rushed through his body and fully inflated him. A new confidence overwhelmed him, a confidence that told him he was ready and equipped for the journey ahead. Instead of the yellow balloon floating through the sky, it would now be him and him alone. But should he feel happy? How could he be happy knowing that she stayed behind, tangled to a branch, so full of anger, deflating ever so slowly? He twisted his body, hoping to see her one last time. A congregation of white balloons, however, blocked his view. The balloons each carried little papers tied to their ribbons. "Where are you going, my friend?" said the purple balloon. "Maybe we can travel together." "Up to the heavens," said the white balloon. "We carry prayers up to God." "What a marvelous purpose in life," said the purple balloon. "Is there any way you can carry my prayer with you? A prayer for someone special?" "Of course," said the white balloon. The purple balloon offered the following prayer. "If you remember your purple friend, remember that he loved you, though you did not love him. And when, in the darkness, your light has grown dim, remember that his love burns bright, and that somewhere, in some way, he prays for you tonight. Good night, my yellow friend. Good night." And with that, the white balloon rose into a majestic ray of light and disappeared into the clouds. Suddenly, feeling as light as the spirit that fueled his existence, the purple balloon freely surrendered himself to the restless current. "How beautiful!" shouted the purple balloon as he passed over grassy fields, fields covered with red and yellow flowers, flowers more colorful than any balloon he had ever seen. "Magnificent," said the purple balloon, floating over a grand canyon so deep and so wide he felt puny in comparison. "Breathtaking," he said, shivering, and taking in all the grandeur of snow-covered mountains. "Sensational," he said, traveling through the grandest city in the world, a city filled with pointy towers and lavish gardens and bustling people. So many people. They seemed to be having fun, together, living as one. Yet here he was, very alone and very tired. A sudden feeling came over him, a feeling that he was not born for wandering far above the rest of the balloons, cold and lonely, and so distant from others. Maybe this was the yellow balloon's desire, but not his. In need of rest, he decided to end his journey through the sky and slowly descended, even at the risk of being popped. He had no clue on where he was going, but that was part of the journey. Maybe the best part. The part that brought surprises and joy. And he was right. As he roamed the city streets, past street lights and traffic lights and car lights, he suddenly heard sobs. With great courage, he lowered himself to seek the one who made this sound. On a front porch in front of a small house, he discovered a little girl with black pigtails, wearing a bright orange shirt. She hid her face in her hands and kept saying, "Why did Fluffy have to die? Why did Fluffy have to die?" Not knowing what else to do, the purple balloon brushed up against her hands and caressed them. At first she swatted him away, saying, "Leave me alone." But when she lifted her head and saw a balloon, a wide grin spread across her face and she sprang to her feet. "Is this a dream?" she said. She poked his midsection and watched him bounce away. "Nope, you're real all right." She grabbed hold of his white ribbon and surveyed her surroundings. "And it looks like you're mine now. All mine." She embraced him gently in her warm arms, and all her love passed into his body and made him feel brand new. All he wanted to do was love her in return. He had at last found his true reason for being born, perhaps the true reason why we are all born, to love and be loved, never one without the other. The next hours of his life were spent in the company of the little girl, being bounced from one hand to the next. Her fingertips tickled him, evoking a joy and a laughter he had never experienced in his life. He wished it would never end. When the bouncing stopped, he hovered over her head and gazed at her lovely round face. And every time she looked at him, she seemed to see right through him, into his pain, his fears, his weakness, his sadness, and loved him anyway. He felt as if they were always meant to be together. He was even taken inside her home and introduced to her mother and father and big brother. "Look at what God has sent me," said the little girl at the dinner table. "It came directly from heaven." "Amazing," said the father. "How beautiful," said the mother. "Can I pop it?" said the big brother. The little girl pulled the purple balloon close to her chest and said, "You come anywhere near my balloon and you'll get my fist in your face." The big brother paid no heed to her threat. When she was in the bathroom, the purple balloon was snatched and taken to the backyard. He thought nothing of it. This was perhaps what families did. What seemed quite out of place was when the big brother flicked a lighter. The purple balloon shook as a tiny flame warmed his body. Though tiny, it was still hot and soon began to burn his skin. The smell of burning latex filled the air. The little girl pushed open the back door and slapped her hands to her cheeks. "What on earth is going on here?" she shouted. "Stop hurting my balloon, you psycho!" The big brother released the purple balloon and looked up, probably thinking the purple balloon would float away from his sister. But the purple balloon had no desire to leave the little girl. He hovered and waited for the little girl to take him in her arms. When she pulled him close, the purple balloon said, "I give thanks for the life I have been given." She took him to a nearby water faucet and sprinkled drops of water on his wound, which now turned black. He spent the next 2 days under her care. "Don't worry," she said. "I won't let anyone pop you. You're more valuable to me than anything in the world." I am sorry to disappoint those who thought this balloon story would end with a pop. Instead, he was blessed with a slow deflation in the presence of someone he loved. This someone spoke the last words he ever heard. "Whoever let this balloon get away made such a terrible mistake. Why can't they make more balloons like this one, so durable and faithful?" And that was enough. Enough for the purple balloon, now thin and frail, to release a long and final sigh, as the little girl tenderly caressed his body and kissed him goodnight. And that is our story for today, my friend. A story that reminds each and every one of us of our true reason for being born. To love and be loved. Never one without the other. Subscribe now, my friend, and let the whispers to the soul guide you in your own expressions of love and pain. If a poem or tale speaks to you from this channel, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's walk this road together, one story at a time.